Cool. All right. So I've got my truck display on this wall up here. So these are all like I think it's 1/32 Matchbox back mirrored cases, which is kind of cool to display the trucks. They'll have doors in front of them so they don't get all dusty and nasty. And I've got my Freddie Funko Banks and some of my Less Than Jake stuff up here. Some of my ads down here. A lot of convention stuff. These are, yeah, as you can see, I have some room for additions.
Wow, that's rare.
This, yeah, I know. I find that out. This is the bag. So I volunteer at the Ronald McDonald House, and this is my bag of extras I take. And if there's any siblings or kids in the playrooms, I'm the Pez guy, so I give them all Pez, which is kind of neat. These are my guns, my 50s and 60s guns. I've got my Steve Glue stuff up there as well. Some of my vending machines here attached to the wall. Those are fun. Had to put some supports to make sure that they didn't fall down. I
Those are
know some, yeah, so some of them, like I know some of them have been redone. Specifically, the one on the left is not the correct sticker for that. You can see her hand is missing Goofy. But I still think it's pretty cool. And I'm currently in negotiations to get a 3-pull machine too, so I'm working on that as well.
are
Down
any of
here,
these
all my
functional? Are they functional?
they all actually are functional. And I've got some of the European coins that you can put in and get them to work, which is kind of fun. The box ones are a little bit tricky because the boxes tend to get pinched in them, but it does work. And I replaced all the locks because the locks were all bored out. This one I got from Trowman, and somebody just absolutely went nuts on putting new locks on, but they damaged the lock holes, so I had to
Hmm.
redo those. But I think it worked out. I think it turned out okay. Down here is some empty cabinets that I got from IKEA, and then I painted them. And then I've got some of the, what is it, the fingernail polish racks with some of the Pez rails in it. Hoping not to fill those up too quickly. And let's see, I've got my pins here. That's a rabbit hole for sure. So I've got a bunch
Yes,
of
it is.
pins. Yep. Still room for a few pins. That's good, right?
And what kind of
And
frame
then
do you use for those to display?
those I got on Amazon, and they're like a corkboard back, but they have like a black felt, so they look a little bit nicer.
Okay.
They're super lightweight until you put that many pins on them, then they get a little heavy, so you have to reinforce the hangers on the back a little bit so they don't rip out of your wall. But yeah, look pretty nice. Let's see, I got some of my Eddie artwork up here. You can kind of see all my artwork is along the top because I don't have any space below. Some other stuff from him as well. Some of my sports stuff and pewters here. I've got a lot of the Charlie Browns because I was at the game and I decided to hang on to half of them, thinking they would go up in price, and that was definitely not the case. So let's see, Gerdejan signed Pez Girl, a couple things up here. This is the prototype that they had Santa in kind of the ashy gray. It's the only one in existence, came with the Pez letter that I won an auction at Michigan. That's kind of cool. More sports stuff. Let's see, then all my pops along this way here. And again, these are just IKEA, the kind of, I wouldn't say cheap, but less expensive cases. And then I bought lighting pucks, the really, really thin lighting pucks from Amazon, and just wired them down the right side. You can kind of see I hit it in, it's like a wire track along so it doesn't look so unkept. These are just some common stuff. I've got other stuff sprinkled in here. but you know, your Pez boys. Is this pace okay?
Yeah, this is great.
Okay. All right. And then I've got my Barkies. I've got a lot of Barkies. I kind of went down that rabbit hole as well. And my K9 set, which I absolutely love. Those things look so cool together. So lots of Barkies, lots of Barkies, lots of Barkies. And then my 6-foot clown display that I filled up with the European cards because the US cards don't fit on the wire racks. So I had to go ahead and buy a bunch of extra stuff. I'll skip over this case and come back to it because it's kind of the Grail case.
Okay.
So someone had posted artwork or this picture on, and I just went to Walgreens and put it on a canvas, and it actually turned out really cool. I love that picture. The fact that they got a lady shooting a gun at a girl's face. It's kind of ridiculous as far as an ad goes, but or not an ad, but a promotional picture. The shoes. This is my US vending machine. Whenever stuff comes up online, I generally buy a few of them. And then I have a couple of the sweet and snacks. So I like to keep stuff off of card. But generally, if I have the opportunity to buy a couple of something, I'll leave one on card. And then I will put the other one in the rack in the case with everything else uncarded because I'm kind of an uncarded collector. Let's see. This is a kind of a neat neon sign that's available online. Kind of cool. It's super thick, really, really well made. You can see it's really cool. That's the company that I got it from. Not cheap, but still pretty cool. Another vending machine. I had only seen this the one time. Now this one doesn't have any guts in it, so it's just the outside shell, but I still think it's pretty cool. One of the original Pez posters. I think those were, I don't know if either one of you know, but I think those are what, 70s, 80s?
Yeah,
Something
the
like
late
that.
70s.
Yeah, exactly. Then I got this guy made. He's pretty cool. He is a wood carving.
That is
And
awesome. And you had him made.
I had him made, and then this gun is from the last Pezmania because it was themed. So I just thought it was funny and I threw it on him. And I didn't know the lady was going to do this, but I'm going to try to do this here without dropping my phone. It actually tips back. She hinged it. So I don't know if you can tell in the video, and my
Yeah,
wall's in the way, but it
that
hinges
is
back
so
all the
cool.
way. Pretty wild. I think I got that from Peggy Brooks at one of the Pezmanias, the skateboards. Then I've got, these are my built-in cabinets. So I just painted these and added lighting. I had them painted or stained a dark wood. And it didn't really show all the cool colors and stuff with the collection. So I had the contractor paint them white and put LED lighting along the side to illuminate them a little bit because it was hard to light underneath the shelves. So I've got commons on each side and then my vintage kind of in the middle. So I'll go through. Obviously, I put my less cool stuff on top and then work my way down to eye level, just like a grocery store. So this is some of the vintage stuff I got. Let's see. Not all vintage here, but still fun stuff. It's kind of sprinkled in. Let's see. I did a little pony purchasing this year, you can tell.
Just a little, yeah.
I have a thing for the Chiefs. I just think
Wow.
that's so cool that you have every single headdress is different. So I'm at the round number of 50 right now, and I think I might
Okay.
hang out there for a while. I think it's pretty, that's pretty healthy. Some of the different roar variations. Bucos are great. I love those things.
Mm-hmm.
Another big fan of the Cow B. And King Louis, blues, all that's good stuff. I just love the variations. I think they look great together.
Yeah, I think those vintage color variations always look really awesome up on the shelf.
Right. I know I wish they'd do more of that with the current stuff, but they generally don't.
Mm-hmm.
So Erie Spectre stuff and whistles. And then over back here, got just more commons, a lot of commons. Still purchasing all the commons that come up, obviously. What I try to do is mix them in with the other sets assortments, like for instance, the Smurfs, if they were to come out with a new Smurf, I try to get them in there, but you have to move so many to do that. So I tend to try when possible. If not, it's kind of like next up. So, like the Ariel stuff. The new Ariel never made it in with the other princesses and that kind of thing.
Yeah, I've
And
seen
I
a
got
few other
my,
people do that. They sort of have their next up uh shelf where they will put new things there. Then eventually when they get around to, organizing, they'll and put
well,
them in.
you should have seen the absolute storm I had in my living room when we painted these cabinets and everything had to come out.
I can
So
only
it's pretty
imagine.
wild. So this is my center museum case. Same LED lighting that's on the back side. So you walk around it in the middle of the room.
Okay.
Should pan back here a little bit. The Mickey's, the cars. Fun. Then we go to the other side. I didn't realize it would be so difficult to try to display things 360. Trying to stagger the shelves and make
Oh,
everything
now
visible.
wait, before you go on, I know
Yep.
people will be interested. What is that picture there? The
This
looks
one
like a
here,
yeah.
I'm pretty sure that was a Peggy Brooks thing that she had
Ah,
done up.
okay.
And I think Jim Blaine's son LJ was selling that in his room for her. I think he was
Oh,
taking a
okay.
commission.
Yeah, that looks great. Looks great.
Yeah, I loved it. And of course, I'm a Halloween guy, so
Absolutely.
you
It's
got to
perfect.
have Halloween stuff in here as well. Got my yo-yos. That is a reproduction box, but I still think it's pretty cool. I didn't know it was a
Mm.
reproduction box until I had somebody taking a look at it, and you can tell it's reproduction because the paper on it is brown or is white, not brown. That's
Oh,
kind of a way
okay.
to tell. And then we'll go over here. Let's see, just got that from Joe at Pesmania this year. Obviously, the 3D set, which I thought was kind of fun to have. Um, and then this is my Grail case. So this is kind of the stuff that I display inside of, I believe these are baseball from Michaels,
Hmm.
and they have a bottom. And then I just take the bottoms off and stack them. And then I hockey puck the top so the light shows through both. And I just stack them up. Let's see. Got my soft heads. Still looking for that infamous brown hat Alpine man, but
Oh, yes.
yeah. And then my make a face, just picked up the US one, and I got this really great case made on Etsy. Came from overseas, but it turned out great. They take it exact
Okay.
size of what your card is in depth and everything, and so it doesn't move in there at all. And
Oh,
then
wow,
just
that's
some
great.
extra stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I'll kind of do a pan out of the entire room from the corner and just kind of show everybody. Oops, just ran into my vending machine. Now this talk about enablers. That is the French doors. I gotta show you guys something funny. So this is the front door to our house.
Mhm.
So the first thing people see as they come into our house
Oh my,
is
oh, that's a great view. Everyone must ask about that. I mean, I imagine
yeah, they
most people
walk in
come
and they're
over
like, what
know,
is
but
that all about? Yeah. Um, my wife says it's silly, but then she likes to show it off, of course.
mhm.
So yeah, that's my collection. You guys have any questions?
That's great. And I see you've kept it contained to one room. Very impressive.
It's under strict rules to
Ah,
contain it to one room. So
I see.
I do play a game when people come in here that they have to find the two non-Pez related items in the entire room. And so I'll point them out just for fun. But so I've got this case here, and obviously Freddie Mercury does not fit in Pez, but my son got that for me and I thought he looked fun in there. So I have that. That's one of the items that they have to find. And then I really, really, really like the Wienermobile. So down in here is a metal Matchbox Wienermobile. And
Very
my
cool.
wife and I got our engagement pictures done at the zoo. And when we walked out, the Wienermobile was there. So we were able to get engagement pictures with the Wienermobile. So yeah, those are
That's
my two
fantastic.
non-Pez items in the room.
Yeah, this looks great. Could you kind of go around and maybe just show the artwork again, just a little bit, just close up
Sure,
the different art that you have
sure.
around?
So my mom does framing for a living, or did.
Oh,
She's
very
retired now.
nice.
But so I had her frame all the stuff that's in here pretty much. So I have the patches. That one we talked about already. That's just that picture we had made. This one is the original Eddie Santiago of this image that I won at the auction at Pesmania. And then a bunch of his artwork as well. I just had framed by cheap frames at Michael's.
Mhm.
A couple of the tins, I'm sure you guys have seen those. The one is porcelain and the one is just tin. So the one on the right is porcelain. And then this poster I also got years and years ago, had my mom frame it. This is Kevin's stuff. So I love this
Um,
stuff. This is Kevin's wood cutouts, and then I believe his wife paints them.
yes,
So
she does. They are fantastic.
they're amazing. I've got two of those. So I've got one up here.
That
I
was the
believe
one.
that
I kind of
was,
got a glimpse of that when we first started, but I didn't quite see it. Yeah, that looks amazing.
yeah, this thing is so cool, and I love the mimic. It's unbelievable. And then I just found these things online. So they're old tin signs. Some of them don't look weathered. These are all kind of rusty weathered, which I really, really like as well.
Hmm.
So that's pretty much the artwork. I've got a little bit of space, unless I go to the ceiling up here, but that's it. And I don't count that as a non-Pez related item because I'm sure people go, wait a minute, that's not Pez related.
That's yeah.
Yeah.
No, the collection looks great. Any last things you'd like to show everybody? I mean, I think you went through it all.
I think I touched upon pretty much everything that I wanted to. Oh, currently I am working on, it's a virtual, or not virtual, but a pinball machine. And my son is working on the artwork for the entire pinball machine can be customized. And so I believe I'll have the only customized Pez pinball machine. I think there's 1,400 different games you can play on it because it's digital. And I had the choice of 3D printing and picking out the pull knob for it. And I decided to go with the pineapple because it's round and kind of made sense. And is it ergonomically correct or whatever you want to call it? So that thing is in the works and I should have that in about a month. So I'll probably post pictures of that when I get it.
Oh, that sounds
But
awesome. Now, will that be allowed
super
to move
excited.
out of the room?
No, it won't make the room. The room's packed. So
Yeah, so
I
that
have
will
an,
be allowed to
yeah, I
slip.
have a pinball machine downstairs. And so it's going to go next to that one. But my son is doing all the artwork himself.
That's awesome.
And so it's in process. It's a work in progress.
Can't wait to
Oh, I
see it once it's
do
done.
have this fun rug too that I ordered online.
Oh,
There's
that's
a
great.
site, I think it's called Ruggables or something, and you can pretty much give them any image you want, and they'll print it on a rug, and it's pretty soft. I mean, it's not really thick, but it's kind of neat because I've seen a lot of people with collections with rugs on the floor, different
Hmm.
Pez rugs, and I really like it. I thought it looked cool.
Well, this looks great. It's so nicely organized, displayed, lit up. I love all the lighting in all of the cases. It looks fantastic.
Thank you. I appreciate
So,
that.
and I'm
Yeah.
impressed you have room to expand, room to buy more Pez. That's
Yeah.
always
Well,
the
I did put away, for instance, like the 56, or I think it's up for debate, but the
the turtles.
Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, say that 10 times.
Yeah.
So I display 4 of them, and
Okay.
same thing with the hearts. The hearts get out of hand, so I have some displayed, but that's about it. And so those are packed away. Yeah.
This looks great. Well, thank you so much for coming on and sort of letting us pre-record the video. I assume on Saturday, while everyone watches this, you're probably going to be out at the haunted house.
So we call it our Super Bowl weekend. This Saturday, everybody comes to the haunted house.
Yeah.
So this is our busiest weekend.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
So while you're
I will
watching
be
you'll
deep into it.
be out there.
Exactly.
Oh gosh, I love that the carved mucilix.
Oh,
That looks so good.
she did this all off of pictures too.
That's amazing.
Yeah, because I didn't want to give her the dispenser, right? That would be insane.
Right.
So
Yeah, not that one.
No, God, no. So I took pictures of it from all different angles, and I didn't know what she was going to come up with, right? So I just thought, if it's close, that's great. And when she brought it to me, I thought, oh my God, the detail and how correct it is to the original is insane.
Yeah, it is.
Thought
It is
turned out really neat.
fantastic.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yep.
very cool piece. I love
Yeah.
unique pieces like that. Unique, handmade, unique. You're not going to see them in anybody else's collection. I think that's great.
Sure. Yep. Next one I may get is an Alpine Man, the green hat Alpine Man,
Cool.
done by her. So
Mhm.
I just thought that'd be a really neat piece to have as well.
Yeah, absolutely. All right. Well, thank you. So obviously we won't, people won't be able to ask questions live, but if they have any questions, I know you're on Facebook, you're on the pages. I'm sure, people
I am.
can connect with you there. And then
Absolutely.
okay, great. Yeah, we'll let people know that can connect with you on Facebook, and if they have any questions about anything they saw in the collection, although I think you covered most of it very well.
No, thanks. And I appreciate you guys having me.
Yeah,
Obviously
absolutely.
we're all
To
into the
finally see
same
the
things, and yeah, we're all into the same things, and we do it for a reason, but we love showing it off as well. So I'm happy you guys asked.
Yeah, absolutely. All right. Well, thank you. Let me
All right, guys. You guys have a good rest of the day, and have a great convention.